Kelle Shultz is the outgoing CEO and president of Habitat for Humanity here in Knoxville. Susan?
Yeah, I wanted to follow up about the mortgage rates. If you're buying a home now in Knoxville, Tennessee, not through Habitat, they're pretty high.
It's very high.
And do you all charge the current interest rate, or is it a different rate for your
our families? It's actually 0% interest.
Oh, that's quite a deal.
So we're selling it to them for 20 to 25 years with 0% interest, and if we sell it to them for the appraisal value of the home, but if they can't afford that, we'll do a second on it, and then we'll subsidize that and then forgive it over 10 to 15 years. But yeah, but we still have to be a loan originator, so we hold our own mortgages, but the folks who do that are qualified, certified loan originators.
Mm-hmm. Do you have, well, I was just gonna, how many applicants must you have? Especially, we just talked about the housing crisis we have here. I can't imagine it's exploded.
It is heartbreaking. And we had not taken applications in a year. We opened up in January. We had 400 calls within 30 minutes.
Oh,
and we took 20. We can build 20 homes this year because we're building out in East Knoxville, out off Strawberry Plains.
How are you
That's our
finding the
subdivision.
land?
We bought it before the pandemic.
Before the pandemic.
And we actually, for the piece of property, we're building 35 homes. It's in Ellens Glen, which is in honor of...
Off of Straw Plains, right?
Yeah, but it's in honor of Sis Mitchell, who was our founder.
Oh, yeah.
And but we bought that. We paid about $120,000. We've got a piece that we're going to develop. That's 2 acres more that we paid $970,000 for a couple years ago.
Well, you've had a lot of stories in 30 years. Is there one story, one family who stands out?
Oh, they all stand out. They all stand out. It's just, I'm not going to go there, John. There's just too many. There really are just too many. I mean, the kids and I'm just thinking about the growth of the affiliate and the growth of me, learning to be a manager. There's not a class out there to teach you how to manage people. That is tough, and you get and that's hard. And then learning to deliver a message. I mean, back to that point, where you've got people calling in and they're crying because they're desperate or they're mad and to be able to deliver that message, or you got to step up. You're behind in your payment. We told you got to pay. There's all of that is there, but it's been as we've continued to grow, and the people that I care about are the staff that are out there doing the work and making sure that that's the most important asset to me.
Kelle, we just have a minute or two left here, but very quickly, we'd probably be remiss if we didn't ask about the impact of Rosalind and Jimmy Carter on Habitat for Humanity. And I know it's Georgia and former president, and they've been so delightful post-presidency, and this is sort of their flagship. What's been the impact here in Tennessee of the Carters and for your program?
I don't know that you all remember this, but many years ago, and I hate to tell you, I can't think right the second year, we did the Jimmy Carter Project in Appalachia. And the Carters came, so it's actually in Morgan and Scott County, and then up through eastern Kentucky.
Unfortunately, Susan and I do remember that. So.
Well, Knoxville Habitat built a house there during that time, and that was amazing. So we have, the Carters are out there. He worked. When he came back out of office and went to Plains, the first thing he did was build his own desk. He knows how to use a hammer, and there are so many stories about President Carter and Mrs. Carter in certain instances, in Houston or somewhere, it was so hot, and they'd be out in the middle of the night out there inspecting the work that everybody had done and done different things. But they were really a team. Together, they were a team, and he would help her, and she would help him. And I was very, very blessed over several years to be able to work with him in with the project. And thankfully, Garth Brooks and Tricia Yearwood are going to carry on that legacy.
Good. It says a lot. Kelle Shultz, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you for taking time to join us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We appreciate you watching on Inside Tennessee. You can always find Habitat for Humanity Knoxville online. It's a great organization among many that we feature here on our program. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week right here on Inside Tennessee.